This is a video of my 2001 Acura TL. It's got 147,000 miles on it. Actually 141,000 miles. But the problem I have is when I first start it, it has a little knock coming from the engine compartment. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it don't. Sometimes I'll start it and it just as quiet as it can be, but it just, I don't know, it depends. It has nothing to do with the gas or anything. I mean, I use 93 octane for this engine, which is required because it's a high compression engine. So it's not, it has nothing to do with the gas or anything like that. It's something in the engine that's knocking. But I'm going to go ahead and try to film this and get it on video here to see, verify what's going on. So I'm about to start the engine, and then we're going to go under the car and see if we can hear it. I don't know if the video is going to pick it up, but I'm going to do like on top of the engine, and I'm going to go underneath the engine and see if it's, I think it's coming from like under the engine. It sounds like it's coming like under the engine. I guess they said it's probably rods or something knocking, but it's been sitting all night. I'm just about to start it just right now. It's been sitting for over 24 hours. So let's go ahead and see if it does, it has the symptoms like it's knocking like it sometimes does. All right, here we go. All right, let's go under the engine and see. Yeah, you can hear it a little bit. It's not that pronounced like it normally is, though. Let's go under the car. Well, actually it's kind of quiet today. It's really not making much of the knocking noise like it normally does. I guess because it's a little warmer outside today. I noticed the colder the temperatures, it seems like the louder it is too. Like it's like in the 60s today, so it's really not that loud compared to normal. But like I said, the colder the weather, it seems like the louder that noise seems to be. And once the engine warms up, it's actually completely silent. It's gone. And I mean, the car runs great. I mean, it doesn't miss. It idles perfect. As you can see, the idle just sits right at one. Actually, it'll go down almost to, it'll actually don't go down quite more than that. And it'll idle very, very smooth. It doesn't bounce or anything. It shifts great. You know, for this particular year, I know they had problems with their transmissions, but this one, I mean, I'm lucky. This one seems to shift flawlessly. It doesn't jerk or anything. When it shifts, you can't even tell it shifts. It does it so smooth. And that's probably because I've changed the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles or more. I mean, I'll change it sometimes 25,000. And I use the Acura recommended transmission fluid for this car too. That's one thing too. On these transmissions, do not use anything else but the Acura or the Honda transmission fluids. Don't put anything else in these transmissions. I mean, I don't understand why people want to put anything else. That's what really messes them up. I mean, is it the additives or whatever they put in it? It makes these transmissions work right. And like I said, I've never had any problem with the transmission since I've owned the car. And it's the original transmission in this car. It's 141,000. Original engine, and it still runs like a top. I mean, I know I could probably get another 100,000 or more off this car. But you know, like I said, that knocking noise has got me a little concerned. And You know, it has nothing to do with me not changing the oil or anything. It's just probably has something to do with the previous owner. They didn't change the oil enough. I did, when I did buy this car, I did notice that it was a quart low on oil, which I don't know if it's burning it or they just didn't fill it enough, or, you know, that's probably where the damage occurred, was, you know, not having enough oil in it or something. But anyway, anyone that has any information on this, let me know what it might be, and hopefully it won't be much of an expensive repair, as I want to try to keep this car for as long as possible. I mean, it's in great shape, you know. I mean, it's original. I mean, this leather seats are in like perfect condition. It's like all the trim, I mean, everything in it, it's like barely, that doesn't even look like it was ever touched. That's another thing about these imports. They're built a lot better than the domestic cars. The fit and finish is just a way superior compared to like Chryslers or GMs and that kind of stuff. It just, there's not even a comparison. These Hondas and Toyotas, and I mean, it's not even a comparison. Just that they're just a lot more thoughtful craftsmanship and the way they're built and everything. I've had Chryslers, and I'll never buy a Chrysler again. Never. They just feel like they're going to fall apart. Right in your hand, even brand new, they just feel like raggedy as hell. So anyway, that's my video. Anyone have any information, please contact me and let me know. Thank you very much.